Hey, good afternoon. This is Coach Bill with Weight Loss Made Easy. Hope everybody's having a great Friday afternoon so far. Today, guys, this is my third attempt to try to do this video on live Facebook. I'm having some issues with my phone. It looks like that it's time for me to upgrade. It seems like every time it's time to upgrade, something happens with the phones and they want you to buy another one. But anyway, guys, I wanted to do this video because this seems to be an issue or a misunderstanding about ketones and how people are actually very they're very what's the word I'm trying to use, Emily? I'm trying to use the word called they're very obsessed with using or watching their ketones every day or every other day or every third day when trying to be in nutritional ketosis, which is a state of weight loss. That's what the new thing is out there. A lot of people are doing the ketogenic lifestyle because science is now showing the benefits of losing that body fat by doing a ketogenic lifestyle. But people are getting very obsessed with following the ketones. And I do have to say, guys, that when you're first starting out on losing your weight or trying to get into nutritional ketosis to lose that body fat, yes, you have to have a way to monitor that. And that's why we came up with the GKI monitoring system in our 60-day online coaching that helps me to see if you're actually burning body fat. But the misunderstanding is, and I got to admit too, guys, I was very obsessed with the ketone readings also until I fully understood ketones and how it works in the body and how they fluctuate, how easily they are to fluctuate during stress times or during exercising or while you're eating, or what types of food you're eating and all that stuff. And so I was very obsessed with that too. But I've learned over the course of a few years now that isn't we don't need to be obsessed with them once we've been doing the ketogenic lifestyle when you are combining it with intermittent fasting. See, that's where the misunderstanding is, guys, is that you don't have to be obsessed with your ketone readings all the time. You don't have to do them every single day because you are combining your ketogenic lifestyle with intermittent fasting or prolonged fasting. Now, this is where you have to really listen to me and to see where it all makes sense, because there's actually two different ways that you are going to produce ketones. And I'm going to give you the first way for those of you that are actually doing a ketogenic lifestyle only. Is that what you're doing? What your liver is doing is that you are producing ketones when you're eating a higher fat meal, very low carbs. That's the whole idea of being in nutritional ketosis. Is to be in ketosis is you have to produce ketones that are produced in the liver. So those of you that are doing strictly just the ketogenic lifestyle, then how are where is your fat coming from so that you can produce the ketones? Well, it's coming from your food. That makes sense, right? So you have depleted the glycogen or glucose or sugar from your liver completely. Because, see, that's what your body is going to go after. Those of you that are carboholics is what I call you. Those of you that have been on carbs for decades, that's what your body is going after. That's the reason why you're not dipping into your own body fat, is because you're eating too many carbs. And that's where the ketogenic lifestyle takes you away from those carbs so that you can deplete your liver of all that sugar. So when you do that, your body has to switch over to doing what? To get energy to survive. Well, if you have no more glucose or sugar in your liver because you've lowered your carbs so low, then obviously it wants to switch to the fat, right? Well, so that's where the high fat, 80% good fat, 50% protein, and very low carbs, 5%, comes into effect on the ketogenic diet. You're actually eating more food, good fat, which is converted into ketones, which the body utilizes much more efficiently and a lot cleaner, and the brain loves ketones. But this is where we get a little confused, and this is where people don't quite understand about the two ways of producing ketones and why we combine a ketogenic lifestyle with intermittent fasting. So this is where I really want you to pay attention and let me know if it makes sense to you, because the obvious, a lot of people aren't looking at the true health benefits that a ketogenic lifestyle and intermittent and prolonged fasting actually gives you. They're looking for what most of you are, is to lose that belly fat or body fat. But think about this, okay? And this is kind of a no-brainer, that if you're actually eating a high-fat diet and you're getting your fats from food, okay, well then your body is initially using the fat you're eating and converting that into ketones and using it as energy. Okay, so let's get that part, okay? So you understand what I'm saying here. You're taking the fat from the actual foods you're eating, you're converting it into ketones by the liver, which is going to put you into nutritional ketosis. So when you do a blood ketone test, then most of the time, depending on the time you take it, your ketones will most likely be at 0.5 or higher. Obviously, some of you that have been doing this for a while are looking to be at 1.0 or higher, because that's what they're telling you you need to be done. You need to be at that measure or at that level to lose the body fat. But this is where they forget to explain it. So you have stored body fat, right? And that's what you want to get rid of. You want to get rid of that stored body fat. But if you're eating and you're only doing a ketogenic lifestyle, and you're eating 3 or 4 ketogenic meals a day, then at what point is your body going to actually start dipping into your own stored body fat? Because think about this. I mean, like I said, this is kind of a no-brainer if it's explained, and I hope I can explain it in a simple way. But if you stop eating food completely, no calories at all, and you're fasting longer than 12 hours, see, that's the key factor also, is that most of you will not actually deplete all the glucose or glycogen out of your liver for at least 12 to 13 hours. So by you fasting for only 12 or 13 hours and then you have a meal, you kind of just disrupted the whole thing. You got to fast longer. Minimum is 16 hours. That's the minimum. And so all that, it's very simple. All that means is you don't have breakfast. You have your last meal at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock at night, and you have your next meal at 10 or 11 the next day. You just eliminate the breakfast, and that you've gone 16 hours. But you can only have a true fast. You can only have your good water. We use hydrogen-rich water with our sea salt, because you must have the electrolytes while you're fasting, and black coffee with nothing in it. So we want no calories. So we're not eating any calories for 16 hours or 18 hours or 20 hours or 24 hours. It depends on what protocol you're following. We're not having any calories at all. Period. No food. No keto food. No nothing. So this is where it's a no-brainer. Think about this. So if you've completely stopped eating, your body has to what? It has to find some kind of nutrients or something to create energy to survive, right? Well, you've been on a ketogenic lifestyle for maybe 2 or 3 weeks just to get your body acclimated to burning fat. Because see, your body is not going to switch over to burning fat automatically. It takes time. It doesn't do it just automatically. You can't just stop eating carbs and expect your body to switch right over, because most of the time your blood sugar will drop. You got to work into it slowly, and that's why on our 60-day online coaching, we start people off first with a ketogenic lifestyle just to get their bodies acclimated to understand to burn fat. Okay, but once you've done that, and once your once you've your body is acclimated to that, then we introduce the intermittent and prolonged fasting. But going back, if you're not eating any calories at all, and your liver is completely depleted of all glucose or sugar, then where is the body going to switch to, or where's the body going to find energy? Guys, this is where it's kind of a no-brainer. Now think about this. You're trying to lose that belly fat or body fat, right? And so what if you're not having any calories and you're doing a 16-hour fast or an 18-hour fast or a 20-hour fast? Where's the body going to get the food from or the energy from? Its own stored body fat. You get it? And that's what I'm saying. That's why you must do you do a ketogenic lifestyle, but you got to combine it with the intermittent or prolonged fasting. So if you're actually not eating any calories, period, and you're doing a 16-hour fast, then obviously you're actually taking the fat from your stored fat cells and you're burning those as energy, which is produced by the liver into ketones. You're into ketones. You don't even have to worry about doing a ketone reading, because if you're fasting, you're going to be in nutritional ketosis. And depending on how long you're fasting for, if you're doing an 18-hour fast or a 20-hour fast, obviously you're deeper into ketosis and you're burning more of your body fat. If you're going past the 20 hours, you're going to be going into what they call therapeutic ketosis, more for people that have degenerative diseases or type 2 diabetes and want to lower their blood sugar. But you're dipping into your own body fat, and that's exactly what you want to do. You're not using the fat from the food you're eating to produce ketones. You're automatically going to be producing ketones when you're burning your own fat. That's a no-brainer. And so you don't have to be so obsessed about checking your ketone read, because you're automatically in it no matter what. Now, Emily and I do our base intermittent fasting we do every day is 18 and 20. Once a week. We like doing a 24 or 48 hour once a month, because we want to get into the anti-aging of therapeutic autophagy, and that's why we like to go longer, is that puts us in that stage. And so, guys, don't focus so much. I mean, I'm at fault too. I was the same way when I first started, but the objective of doing this kind of lifestyle or of doing these protocols is to eventually get your body into fat adaptation, where your mitochondria at the cellular level would rather be using your body fat as energy to help to produce energy in order to get you at the body fat you want to get to. Now, how long does it take for you to become fat adapted? It depends on you. Depends on how consistent you guys are. It could take up to 6 to 8 weeks. That's probably what's going to take most of you. Emily and I both are fat adapted. We've been doing this for a while now. And so if I can go off my ketogenic lifestyle for a little while and not affect my body fat at all. As a matter of fact, I might just lose more. But what happens is, because we're fat adapted, when I go back on the ketogenic lifestyle, it's going to get me back into ketosis much, much faster. Now, we're always going to fast. We really enjoy how fasting makes us feel. We really enjoy how much strength we're getting when we're training and the lean muscle mass. And what I'm really enjoying is that I can still have a life with comfort food. See, when you become fat adapted, you can still go out and have your carbs. Now, every so often, we're human. We want to have our carbs, so we can, but we don't do it all the time, and we don't do it every day. But if I want bread, or if I want a piece of ice cream or cake or a pie, whatever, if I'm out and about with friends and they want to stop by and get something, we have no fear of doing that, because we will go right back into ketosis the following day, because we're going to fast. And it depends on what we eat and how much we eat that day. I may fast 24 hours the next day. I can do that. and I can maintain the body fat. I have never been able to maintain as low a body fat and keep my weight at where it is, even when I was competing in the days. It was a struggle. It was horrific. It was horrible. Felt horrible. Never felt good trying to diet down and get ready. I wish I knew about this years ago. It would have made competition much easier, and I would have been able to even do better. Okay, guys? So, guys, you know, like I said, this is a tip. Don't be so obsessed with the ketone readings, because if you're fasting 16 hours or more, you're in ketosis anyway, and you're producing ketones, and the ketones are coming from your own stored body fat. So does that make sense, guys? Does it make sense? It's kind of a no-brainer, right? If you don't eat at all for a certain period of time, a minimum of 16 hours, 18 and 20 is better, obviously, then your body has to go somewhere to get energy, right? And where's it going to go? Exactly what you're trying to lose. So I hope this makes sense to you guys, and I hope it clears up some of you out there. And I also want to direct this to my clients that are doing the 60-day online coaching. And also, guys, those of you that are watching this on live Facebook, go to my YouTube channel, type in Bill Mabry, subscribe to it, hit that bell for more videos. Those of you that are watching this on YouTube, hit that bell. And those of you that may be looking to know more about my 60-day online coaching or want some more information, message me. I'll send that over to you guys. And also, guys, those of you that may know somebody who have type 2 diabetes, you might want to check out Dr. Jason Fung, his book called the Diabetes Code. He's has reversed type 2 diabetes with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of his patients, and this is all science backed. Everything that we've said here is all science backed, guys. And also, guys, I want you to know something here. My next video is going to be about a ketogenic lifestyle, and can you consume too much fat and actually gain weight? And I want to do a video on that, because that seems to be an issue out there. So those of you that have done a ketogenic diet and have failed on it, most likely there's a reason for it. And because it works. And science has been saying this. All the new science is saying this. It's very healthy to be on it, and people are losing weight like crazy. But they are being guided, and they understand the ketogenic diet. Okay, guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys at the next video. Have a great day. Bye.